In this video, I'm going to show you how to collect a massive 10,000 Nectar points worth £50 using the Sainsbury's Bank Nectar Reward credit card. Hey guys, The Frugal Life here, back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about something a little different than usual, and we're talking about credit cards. Wait, I know there are people out there that are absolutely horrified by the idea of recommending or using credit cards.
It's your fault!
But the things I'm going to outline in this video is about being disciplined and making your money go further. And I really want to be clear here. If you're honest with yourself and you know that you're the type that lacks self-control when it comes to spending and you continuously find yourself falling into debt, then to be honest, this video is not for you. But on the other hand, say you and I are like-minded and you're all about living below your means, saving, investing, being smart with your money and living a frugal lifestyle, especially while we're still young, then hopefully you find some value out of this video. On this channel, we typically look at how to make money through my favorite side hustle, matched betting. But sometimes we look at how to save money and how to make your money go further, just like in this video. So if all of that sounds intriguing to you, give the video a like, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos from this channel. So today, we're going to cover a few things with regards to the Sainsbury's Bank credit cards. First, we're going to look at the details of the 10,000 Nectar point sign-up offer and how it works. Next, I'll show you some extra cashback benefits. Here, you'll make continuous and recurring cashback even after the initial sign-up offer. And after that, we're going to look at the other Sainsbury's Bank credit cards and show you how their bonuses work. So I know that when it comes to credit cards, the US have some amazing sign-up offers, and there are some better offers that exist here in the UK. But for a starter or beginner credit card, the Sainsbury's Bank Reward Nectar card has some pretty decent perks. Even for me, this was my second ever credit card. To be fair, I still only have 2 credit cards, but I plan to change that soon. But this card has really helped me build my credit score, rack up points, and I was accepted without any issues. So let's get a full understanding of what these points even mean and establish what the points to pounds conversion is. Looking at Sainsbury's FAQs, they say that 1,000 Nectar points is worth £5. So with some quick maths, 1 Nectar point is worth half a penny. And looking at the 10,000 Nectar point bonus, that alone is worth £50. There is more cash back to be made, but we'll get onto that later. So how does the 10,000 sign-up bonus work? This applies to customers that open a new Sainsbury's Bank Reward credit card. You'll get the 10,000 points by using your Sainsbury's credit card to spend £400 at Sainsbury's stores and some of their partners. And that £400 spend has to be done within 2 months of opening your new account. Perfect if you're hosting dinners, parties, or anything like that, just before Christmas. The terms say that your points will be added to your account within 60 days after the offer period. And unlike some other credit cards, this card has no monthly fees and no annual fees. For this card in particular, you must have been a Nectar member for at least 6 months before applying for the card. So hopefully you've had a Nectar card for a while. You need your Nectar card number for the credit card application, and you won't get any bonus points if you exceed your credit limit or you don't make at least the minimum monthly payment. You really should be paying the card off in full at the end of every month, but that's their minimum requirement. There's a few other points, so make sure that you read through the terms and conditions before applying. After you're done with the 10,000 sign-up bonus, there are still benefits to be had. During the initial sign-up bonus period, and even after that, you can collect up to 3 Nectar points per £1 spent. This is a combination of 2 things. So just from using the credit card, you'll collect 2 points per £1 spent at Sainsbury's. And by tapping your Nectar card, you'll collect 1 point per £1 spent. With 3 Nectar points being worth 1.5 pence, that's essentially getting 1.5% back on every purchase at Sainsbury's, just by paying with your credit card and making sure that you tap your Nectar card. Yes, I'm aware that 1.5% cashback is not going to make you rich, but it all adds up and every little helps. Especially when you look at the long run, you're a regular shopper at Sainsbury's and you're spending hundreds and thousands of pounds across several months and years. And aside from checking your eligibility and applying for the card, there really isn't a lot of work involved here. And as long as you're only spending money that you are planning to spend anyway, I'm talking about groceries and essentials here, then this is a great bonus. When dealing with credit cards in general, it's important to remember a few things. Never carry a balance. Pay your card off in full at the end of each and every month so that you avoid any interest payments. Set your card to auto pay your balance off in full so you don't even have to think about it and don't have to remember. You'll notice that in this video, I don't even reference the interest rate. The interest rate isn't even a factor for me because I'm paying the card off in full, and it shouldn't be a factor for you either. No late or missed payments. Losing the bonus points aside, you're gonna be slapped with late fees. This is similar to the first point, but don't think you're gaming the system by getting these bonus points, but all the while you're losing even more in fees and interest payments. That is not the way to do it. Don't spend money that you don't have. If you don't have the money, I'm talking about liquid cash, having it in a current or checking account, then that is no excuse to put it on the card. You should be able to pay the card off in full at any time using cash in another account. Do not spend extra. You should only use the card to make purchases that you would ordinarily make, even without the card or the bonus points. And don't rationalize spending a lot more just so you can collect a small bonus. That is a losing game. If you fail at any of those points, then congratulations. You've fallen for the marketing and you've played right into the credit card company's hands. These promotions and new customer offers aren't there because these companies are nice and generous. It's all about customer acquisition and all about customer retention, and I do not blame them in the slightest. They are counting on you to be forgetful or emotional and to fall for these behavioral traps. But instead, you can be the customer that's conscious of their money and conscious of their spending and how they're spending it, so that you can take advantage of these offers and come out as a winner. And just in case anyone was interested, it's not the fanciest of cards, it's only made of plastic, and it doesn't make that cool metallic sound like the metal cards do. And just to mention, Sainsbury's Bank do offer a few extra credit cards. They have a balance transfer credit card, a low fee credit card, and a couple others. Like I said, I'm not going to go over the interest rates or the balance transfer details, but I will go over the cashback details of these cards. The rest of the Sainsbury's Bank credit cards have a slightly different sign-up offer when compared to the Nectar Reward credit card that we looked at earlier. With these cards, you can earn up to 7,500 bonus points as part of their sign-up offer. And those 7,500 points are worth £37.50. And just to be clear, the mechanics of these cards are a little different to the other one. Every time you spend £35 or more using your Sainsbury's card at Sainsbury's, you'll collect 750 Nectar points. So that's £3.75 per shopping trip. You can repeat this up to 10 times, totaling to your 7,500 points. And similar to the first card that we talked about, this again has to be done within 2 months. However, unlike the Nectar Reward credit card, I don't believe you have to have been a Nectar Reward member for 6 months. Bear in mind, you'll only get 750 points for that trip if the receipt has a spend of £35 or more. If you spend £30 one day and then go the next day and spend another £5, even though they total £35, because they're two separate transactions on two separate receipts, I don't believe you'll get the 750 bonus Nectar points in that example. You'll still get the bonus 1.5% back that we talked about, but you won't get that sign-up bonus for those transactions, as neither of those payments were over £35. And going completely the other way and spending £70 in one shopping trip and one transaction, you would still only get the 750 bonus points instead of 1,500 like you might be expecting. Their system would class this as one transaction over £35, which is technically true. So to get the full value of bonus points, split large shopping trips into multiples of at least £35 or more. When I opened my Sainsbury's credit card last year, this 7,500 point offer was actually the only one available at the time. And this is exactly what I did. I ended up receiving the card about a month and a half before Christmas. Where possible, I would ask my family not to do multiple small trips and instead do one big trip over £35 spend. I would put it on the card and then they would pay me back for whatever items they bought. Another huge one was putting all of our family's Christmas shopping on that one card and then they would pay me back. This was a huge contributing factor to reaching the £350 spend and then getting the maximum sign-up bonus. And when paying in the store, even though I had this massive trolley and I knew it was such a pain, I would split those into separate payments of £35 or more. While the checkout staff was scanning the items, if I saw the total go above 35, at that point, I would ask to pay. Yes, I know that's a pain for both us and even more so for the checkout staff, but that's just how Sainsbury's Bank have set up their system. And on top of the 7,500 bonus points, All the while I was collecting 1.5% back from using my credit card and tapping the Nectar card. And in case you're wondering, even though alcohol purchases don't count towards the 1 point back when tapping your Nectar card, for the sign-up bonus, the card only considers how much you're spending and not necessarily what you're spending it on. So alcohol purchases should count towards your credit card spend for the sign-up offer. I did check this with their customer service over a year ago, so you might want to check this for yourself. When it comes to making payments, it's really unfortunate that Sainsbury's Bank aren't on Apple Pay. Some may find it frustrating having to pull out 2 separate cards each time they want to shop at Sainsbury's, especially when more of us are becoming accustomed to using our phone to pay for everything. Hopefully this is something that gets rolled out in the future and having them embrace the amazing technology that we have these days. But despite that, to this day, if I'm ever in Sainsbury's, I'm always going to use these 2 cards. I do believe that the 1.5% back is worth it. I really want to reiterate that this video is not encouraging you to get into debt. I understand that the use of credit cards can be a slippery slope for a lot of people out there. And I want to make it clear that there's a right way and there's a wrong way of doing this. So please bear that in mind and listen to the rules and recommendations that I laid out earlier. And even with the debt argument aside, this still may not be the card for you. If you don't have a Sainsbury's nearby and the value from the bonuses doesn't make up for the inconvenience of shopping further from home, then that's totally fair. Hopefully there are stores that are closer to you that offer something similar, and hopefully that's of value to you. And even if this card doesn't work for you, hopefully I've inspired you to explore your options. It's no surprise that you get the full benefits of this card when you shop at Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's is my local store, and because I live in London, there are small and large shops all over the place. So I'm sure that the tips in this video will help a lot of you Londoners as well. As this video was more about the cashback benefits of this card, if you know of any other useful tips that are worth sharing, please share them in the comments below. On this channel, we usually talk about how to make money from this thing called matched betting. This is where we take advantage of the free bets and promotions that the bookmakers offer us. We can usually make the process risk-free by betting for and against the same selection. But when free bets and promotions are involved, that's where we make our money. I already have a few videos on my channel explaining how match betting works. And there's also a lot of great YouTube channels out there that explain the process as well. If you prefer more written guides, check out OddsMonkey. They have free guides and tutorials on their site, and they have a lot of great tools that I still use to this day. And they'll hold your hand and walk you through how to make money doing your first few matched betting offers. I'll have a link to OddsMonkey's free trial in the description below. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos that will help you with your money, both with videos like this and more matched betting content. If you learned something new today, or you found the video interesting or entertaining, give the video a like and share it with a friend, especially if you think they'll benefit from this video by putting any of this information into action. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.